things for the day. So, very good afternoon to all of you. So let us, before starting the class, let us take the attendance. Aditya Chopra, Akash Jain, Abhay Singh, Adhiraj, Akash Jindal, Arvind
Yes, sir.
Vishwai, Ashutosh Sharma, Dipendra Gujar, Devyanshi Choksi, Fazal Ahmad Khan, Gaurav Sharma, Harsh Timani, Kanishk Bilochi, Khushi Wadhwa, Lagan
Present,
Mahipal,
sir.
Lucky Chaudhary, Manish Khileri, Mihir Agarwal, Naman
Present,
Jain,
sir.
Neha Goplani, Parija Gupta, Pranav Sharma, Raghav Malpani, Rajveer Singh Anand, Rishabh Goyal, Rishi Kanungo, Ritik Yadav, Ritvik
Present,
Sethi,
sir.
Present,
Present,
sir.
sir.
Sagar Shirvi, Sahil Khandelwal, Sangya Gupta, Shashank Khosla, Shreyansh Jain, Shubhang, Srajal Purwar, Surbhi Singhal, Tanish Agarwal, Ujjwal Gupta.
Yes, sir.
Ujjwal after
Yes, sir.
he has vanished. He has left. So Vaishnavi Mishra, Vikramaditya Singh, Yashasvi Purohit, and Yashpal Singh Malicha. Fine. So we will take the attendance also at the end too. Fine. So let us just start with the presentation in the class today. So I was telling you that we will be now studying the special contracts, and there are 5 types of special contracts which we'll be studying. First is your this indemnity and guarantee. Then afterwards we will go for bailment and pledge. Though only pledge is in your course, but I will teach you bailment also, because pledge is nothing but a part of bailment. So in order to understand pledge, you must first understand bailment. That also we will be covering today. And besides that, that is the 5th contract is the law of agency. So maybe tomorrow we will finish off with this, and in next week we will go for our revision, because I have taught you the entire contract act, and I can't see many people, because there was some shifting of sections, and you were also not in the pace. So, and I don't want to just just drag it like that, and without you understand the things. I don't want to let my my work done over here like that. It's not like that. So whatever we will do is we will do some revision. I will give you some topics to study, and then we will discuss certain things in the class, and each and every one of you will get a chance to speak in the class, and you will be participating in the class as such. Okay. So you the material is already with you, but if you want, I can share these all freshly prepared PPTs with you too, so that you can actually go through these, and you can prepare it well. And there will be quizzes also afterwards, which will be counted towards your marks and all. And we will go for the evaluation of your work which you have done during these days, the homework and all. And Neha Goplani and Parija, both of them have joined, I think, yesterday itself, because I received an email from your head of department to just allow you to in the class yesterday only. So you have lost a lot. Entire contract act you have lost. I don't know whether you have studied it somewhere else or not, but still, yeah, you will also get a chance to refresh your knowledge, and be with all of your classmates from now and onwards, and then we will be able to take it up in a better way. And because this contract act is very, very important, because this is the base of all the laws in corporates and in business. So this contract act, the fundamentals must be very, very clear. So we will be doing that. So let us start with the contract of indemnity and guarantee. So what do you mean by indemnity? Anyone? You may Google also, no problem. I don't have any problem if you keep on Googling. So please tell me what do you mean by indemnity? Any one of you?
The compensation.
Very good. What else? Anything else?
It is a kind of security, you can say, for taking any financial loans or anything
Yeah.
in which
Okay.
there could be a security.
Fair enough. Who else? Anything else?
Remuneration. So a collateral in base.
You are actually going towards the pledge. Collateral is also not yeah, it can be said, but yeah, fine. But okay, collateral is okay, fine. Who else?
It's a form of insurance.
Yes, it is. Insurance is a form of indemnity actually. Fine. So let us proceed further. You are having a very good idea. I'm happy with that. So meaning of indemnity, you can say it's a contract of indemnity is a contract by which one party promises to other to save the other party from the loss caused to him by conduct of promiser himself or by conduct of any other person. So because of the conduct, now here one thing is very, very important that according to Indian Contract Act, indemnity is a contract when the loss is caused by the conduct of the promiser who is actually giving him the guarantee that okay, I will indemnify you, or by conduct of any other person. Okay, so in case of the insurance, the natural calamity occurs which actually, or you can say something else occurs which may or may not be a person, because of which the contract become enforceable. Okay, so that is one thing. So in English law, the insurance is said to be a contract of indemnity, but not in Indian law. Anyways, but for sure, very good example of indemnity is insurance. Okay, so for example, A contracts to indemnify B against the consequences of any proceedings that C may take against B in respect of certain sum of rupees 300. So this is a contract of indemnity. For example, A has contracted to B that if C will file a suit against you, or if C will take any action against you, I will indemnify you, or I will make good your losses up to the extent of rupees 300. Okay, suppose B has suffered a loss of rupees 500. Okay, because of this C. Now A will make good only to the extent of 300. 200 B may have to bear himself, or he may get it insured somewhere else, or somebody else can just do it. That's totally a different thing. But here, from the point of view of A will be liable to the extent of 300 rupees only. So the contract of indemnity may be either it may be express or implied. So letter may be inferred from the circumstances of the case. So express is express totally that it is giving. So this example is a contract of it is an express contract. Implied means if something will happen, so it is implied that somebody else will take care of it, because if I am doing something in if on saying of someone else, so it is implied that someone else, if I will make some losses, of someone else will make good the loss to me. Okay, so this is called a contract. So for example, if you just see it like this, so an act done by A at the request of B, if A incurs any expense, he can recover the same from the B. So A has acted on request of B. So it is implied that B will make good the loss whatsoever has incurred to A, because he has actually applied. Now here one thing is very, very important in the contract, that is the intention to create a legal relationship. So there has to be a clear intention to create a legal relationship, and it should be it should be it should be implied also. Okay, so that is called. Further, the person who promises, now here who is called who? So person who promises to indemnify or make good the loss is called indemnifier, and the person whose losses make good is called indemnified or indemnity holder. Now here, if you see this example, A has contacted B to indemnify. This first example, the A has contacted B to indemnify. So A is a indemnifier and B is indemnified, means to whom the damage is going to happen, or whose damage we are going to make good. Okay. A contract of insurance is an example of contract of indemnity according to English law. That's what I was telling you before. So in consideration of a premium, the insurer promises to make good the loss suffered by the assured on account of destruction by fire of his property insured against the fire. So what is the contract over here? The contract is that A will pay to the insurance companies a sum which is called premium, and insurance company is giving an assurance to A that I will make good all the losses whatsoever you will incur in case if there is a fire in your godown. Now what happens if the flood has come? So the insurance is not of the flood, insurance is only of the fire. So it will be protected only against fire, not against flood. Okay, because it's a contract of fire insurance. So if fire breaks out or if something is happening because of fire and some loss is there, so that loss will be made good by the insurance company. Okay, so this is the contract of indemnity according to the English law. Under the Indian Contract Act, the contract of indemnity is restricted to such cases only where loss is promised to be reimbursed is caused by the conduct of the promiser or any other person. If you see the language over here, what is the meaning of indemnity? It is something cause one party, save the other party from loss caused by him. Him means the promiser or the conduct of the promiser himself or by any other conduct. By means it has to be the contract of in order to be a contract of indemnity under the Indian Contract Act, the loss must have happened because of some person, either the promiser himself or by anyone else with whom for whom the promiser has told that if we will incur the loss by that person, I will make it good. Okay, so the loss caused by events or accidents which do not depend on the conduct of any person, it seems it cannot be sought to be reimbursed under the contract of indemnity as such, right? So what are the rights of an indemnity holder when he is sued? So there are three rights which indemnity holder is having. So a person whose loss is to be made good, number one, he can compel the other person to pay all the damages which he has incurred. Second is all the cost which he has incurred, and third is any compromise payment which he has done to other in order to complete the contract or in order to get rid of. So any of these three things or all of these three things, if it has been incurred by the indemnified, so indemnifier will make good all these losses to him. Okay, so any problem till here? Anything you want to ask me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, come on.
Sir,
क्या लगा?
sir, just a second before you said that कि इसके अंदर सर क्लेम तभी मिल पाता है अगर डैमेज खुद की वजह से या किसी और पार्टी की वजह से हो. तो
हाँ.
सर इस केस में सर अगर है ना कोई भी इंश्योर्ड बंदा अपने खुद के प्रोडक्ट्स को ही अगर है ना डैमेज करे तो कंपनी थोड़ी सर उसके अंदर है ना मतलब क्लेम के लो या फिर सर वो मनी वापस करेगी.
या यू आर वेरी करेक्ट. अगर खुद का ही अपना डैमेज कर लेता है एंड इट इज प्रूवन दैट उसने खुद डैमेज किया है, तब फिर क्लेम नहीं मिलेगा बेटा. बिकॉज यहाँ पर क्या लिखा हुआ है कॉन्ट्रैक्ट. वैसे भी अभी तो जो अपन बात कर, तुम इंश्योरेंस के कॉन्ट्रैक्ट की बात कर रहे हो है ना?
हाँ नहीं सर, वो आपने पहले
इंश्योरेंस के अंदर, हाँ बेटा सही है. इंश्योरेंस के अंदर ये साफ साफ लिखा हुआ है कि भाई इंश्योरेंस के कॉन्ट्रैक्ट के अंदर होता है कि द पार्टी हु इज हैविंग दैट ही शुड नॉट एक्चुअली नहीं तो लोग क्या करते हैं कि सामान जला हुआ दिखा देते हैं, एक्चुअली सामान कहीं और का होता है, कुछ पुराना होता है, जल गया तो उसके बाद क्या पता चला. इस तरह के बहुत कांड होते हैं.
एग्जैक्टली सर.
बट अगर ये प्रूव हो गया तो देयर विल बी अ केस ऑफ फ्रॉड. सेक्शन 420 ऑफ इंडियन कॉन्ट्रैक्ट, दिस आईपीसी विल बी देयर and there will be the misstatement of the facts will be there and the police complaint will be filed against that person if it is proved. Normally prove hota nahi hai. So if it is proved that it is being done like this, then there will be a problem. Okay,
मतलब सर जरूरी नहीं है कि खुद के डैमेजेस को भी क्लेम मिल जाए.
नहीं बेटा, खुद के डैमेजेस तो कभी भी कोई कंपनी देती नहीं. तो लोग बाग तो क्या करेंगे, अपना इंश्योरेंस करा के खुद ही अपना डैमेज करते रहेंगे, और ऐसा करते भी हैं लोग.
हाँ सर, बहुत करते हैं सर, बहुत करते हैं.
हाँ, मोस्टली गाड़ियों के केस में होता है.
हाँ सर, होता ही है.
तो वो चीज अलाउड नहीं है बेटा, है ना? लीगली तो अलाउड नहीं है.
बाकी से घुमा कैसी लो.
अब तो बेटा वो तो देखो, करना तो नहीं चाहिए. मैं तो कभी भी नहीं कहता इस तरह की कोई काम, क्योंकि होता क्या है, जैसी इंसान की प्रवृत्ति होती है ना, फिर वो लाइफ में वैसा ही हो जाता है. और मेरा पर्सनल मानना ये है कि इस तरह की जो कमाई होती है ना, इस तरह की जो चीजें कभी पचती नहीं है आदमी को, इसलिए
नहीं
इस
सर,
तरह
वो बात
का
तो
कभी भी
100%
लाइफ
सही है
में
सर।
कभी नहीं करने चाहिए, क्योंकि होगा क्या फिर, देन ही विल बी हैविंग ऑल द डिस्ट्रक्टिव माइंड्स इन हिज हेड, ही विल कीप ऑन thinking of destruction and destruction, and he will himself destruct himself also and his family also. ऐसा कभी भी सोचना भी नहीं चाहिए। मतलब देखिए,
नहीं सर,
अगर
वो बात
कुछ
ठीक है।
कुछ चीजें अपनी सहूलियत के लिए बनी है, कुछ इंश्योरेंस अपनी उसके लिए बनी है, तो फिर डेफिनेटली उसका सही तरीके से आदमी यूज करें तो नथिंग बट लक। लेकिन तुम्हारी बात सही है, पीपल दे आर फुल ऑफ हेल, दे जस्ट कीप ऑन डूइंग ऑल दीज थिंग्स,
यस
बट
सर।
this and such type of persons in the far or near timeline, they get treated by the god in a better way.
नहीं सर, ट्रूली सर, देखा है
Yeah,
सर, इसलिए बता रहे हैं।
yeah. चलो, anyone else? Anything else?
Sir,
Anyone
B
else?
point.
Lagan,
Sir, B
you want to say something more?
नो नो सर, नथिंग
Okay.
एल्स।
Anyone? Anything else?
सर B point समझ नहीं आया।
कौन सा बेटा?
B point.
B वाला?
Yes sir.
हाँ, देखो इसमें क्या लिखा है, ऑल द कॉस्ट। देखो पहला तो डैमेजेस हो गया, वो तो पता चल गया है ना। ऑल द कॉस्ट which he may be compelled to pay in such suit. Suppose for example किसी ने किसके ऊपर फाइल सूट कर दिया, okay, and that person has actually asked this person who is indemnified to pay him certain cost. Suppose for example आने जाने का खर्चा, suppose the suit has been filed in Mumbai and the person has to travel from Delhi to Mumbai all the time, okay, and such suit, if the indemnified is also a party to it, he may have to pay all that. So all these kharcha will be paid by the indemnifier. चलो मैं तुमको दूसरे तरीके से समझाता हूँ. For example, let us assume that contract of insurance is also a contract of indemnity under the Indian Act also. ऐसा मान लेते हैं, ठीक है. Suppose for example your car has got accidented, okay, and because of this accident the car is not able to move. Now you have to tow the car and bring it to the garage. Yes or no?
Yes sir.
So the expenses of towing will be the cost which will be bearing over and above. Damages तो आपके हो ही गए. So this is the cost which will be bearing over and above the damages. So that cost will also be borne by the insurance company. ठीक है बेटा? I hope this makes sense to you.
Yes sir.
ओके, सो इसकी लैंग्वेज पे मत जाओ बच्चों, मुझे ऐसी कैसी लैंग्वेज नहीं चाहिए आपसे एग्जाम में, मुझे तो खाली ये चाहिए तीन तरह की चीजें, मैंने आपको समझाया भी उसी वे में, डैमेजेस, कॉस्ट एंड कॉम्पनसेशन, तीन चीजें हैं बेटा, ये कॉम्प्रोमाइज का जो सूट है उसमें, ठीक है। तो आप अपनी लैंग्वेज में इसको लिख सकते हो, मुझे कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, मुझे वो नहीं चाहिए कि भाई, मुझे एक बहुत सिंपल चाहिए कि भाई व्हाट इज मशीन, थ्री इडियट्स ध्यान है ना, वो पूछता है व्हाट इज मशीन, सो एनीथिंग व्हिच मेक्स योर वर्क इजियर इज मशीन, तो मुझे उस लैंग्वेज में चाहिए भाई, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है मेरे को, ओके
ओके सर,
फाइन। And I would love if you could write the things in your own language, because why? Because then you will be able to understand it, interpret it and then write it. That what is the thing which I want from all of you. ये तो यार, ये तो कानून की लैंग्वेज है, बिल्कुल चाटी हुई एकदम, किसी ने लिखी है तो अपन उसको यूं के उतारे, अपन समझ के उतारेंगे ना, ठीक है कि नहीं?
Yes, sir.
Right.
yes
So
sir,
let's,
yes sir.
so next is a contract of guarantee. देखो पहले तो अपनी थी indemnity, अब दूसरा है contract of guarantee. What is the meaning of guarantee? The contract of guarantee is a contract to perform the promise or discharge the liability of a third person in case of his default. बहुत सिंपल है, आपने सुना होगा बैंक गारंटी लाओ, या फिर कोई किसी की गारंटी देता है तो बैंक से लोन मिलता है, भाई मेरे पास गारंटर नहीं है, कोई गारंटी भी नहीं दे दे तो बैंक से मुझे लोन मिल जाएगा। व्हाट इज अ गारंटी? गारंटी के अंदर क्या होता है कि सपोज इसमें तीन लोग होते हैं, ओके, एक तो बोलते हैं प्रिंसिपल डेटर, दूसरा होता है क्रेडिटर और तीसरा होता है श्योरिटी, okay. So the principal debtor actually, because he is a debtor, he will receive the money from the creditor, so creditor will pay money to the principal debtor, but he will pay only when the surety will say that I give you surety, if the principal debtor will not pay you, I will pay you. So surety gives a surety that the principal debtor, if he will not pay the money to the creditor, I will pay you the money in case he makes a default. I hope it is very clear. So there are three parties in case of guarantee: principal debtor, creditor, and surety. So principal creditor lends money to the debtor on the request of surety that if the principal debtor is not able to make if the principal debtor is not able to pay the money, I will pay you. Okay, so this is called a contract of guarantee. So a guarantee may either be oral or written. वैसे English law में guarantee has to be in writing only, but in Indian law it can be it may be oral or written or both, whatever. So further, let us just see it from this point of view. A advances loan of rupees 5,000 to B, and C promises to A that if B does not repay the loan, C will do so. Okay, so this is a contract of guarantee. Here B is the principal debtor, A is the creditor, and C is the surety or guarantor. Is it clear to everyone? Come on.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Fine,
Yes,
fine.
sir.
So like a contract of indemnity, guarantee also must satisfy all the essential elements of valid contract. It must also satisfy all the essential elements of a valid contract. So एक चीज पूछूं आप लोगों से, consideration is also one of the essential of valid contract. We have studied that. So what is the consideration of surety that he is giving a guarantee? तो उसको क्या consideration मिला? Any one of you? What consideration C as a surety will be getting for giving a guarantee of B to A? Anyone?
Sir, loyalty.
है?
सर ट्रस्ट क्रिएट हो जाएगा सर.
बेटा तुम इसी केस को मान लो, जो भी अपना ये केस सामने है ना, इस केस में C has given a guarantee that B will pay the money to A. Okay, so C has given guarantee to A that if B will not pay, I will pay you. What is the consideration here for C?
सर ये तो सर
सर ये प्रॉपर
हाँ बेटा.
कॉन्सेप्ट है ना, इट्स
Pranav?
लाइक
Okay, Chirayu, you tell.
सर मैं ये बोल रहा हूँ इट इज अ कंटिजेंट एग्रीमेंट, क्योंकि इट डिपेंड्स ऑन द, सर मेरे ख्याल से कंटिजेंट एग्रीमेंट है, क्योंकि
Of course, you are very correct. You are very correct. It is a contingent agreement. Even the indemnity is also contingent agreement. Guarantee is also contingent. So the principal, why principal debtor is called principal debtor? Because he is having a principal responsibility to pay the money. If he will not pay, surety will pay. Now the payment of money has actually moved from A to B. Okay. So this is, and if a consideration is moved from one person to another person, even if he is not a party to the contract, still it is said that it is a valid consideration. Is it correct or not? We have studied it in consideration. So if a consideration is moving from A to B, so that is a sufficient consideration for C to give guarantee for. So C might not be receiving consideration, but on behalf of C, who is receiving? B is receiving. Okay. So it will happen like that. Okay. So there is, however, a special feature regard to consideration in the contract of guarantee. The consideration received by the principal debtor is sufficient for the surety. So surety is C. So it is sufficient that the principal debtor has received. Principal debtor कौन है? B है. B has received the money. So it is more than enough. Okay. So section 127 provides that anything done or any promise made for the benefit of the principal debtor may be sufficient consideration to surety for giving the guarantee. So it is also documented in section 127. So next you can say that is just illustration. Suppose for example B requests A to sell and deliver to him goods on credit. Now B is requesting A to sell and deliver to him goods on credit. A has refused. Okay, A कहता मैं नहीं देता भाई. फिर बाद में क्या होता है कि C, who is a friend of B also and who is a friend of A also, he actually tells A, okay, you please give him, I will give you the guarantee. So A agrees to do so, provided C will give the guarantee of the payment of the price of the goods. So जो C है, he is common between B and A. C जो है वो B को भी जानता है, A को भी जानता है. तो C ने जो है A को कह दिया कि भाई आप जो है B को माल दे दो, अगर नहीं देगा तो मैं दूंगा. Okay. So C promises to give the guarantee in payment of consideration of A's promise to deliver the goods. So A ने क्या किया? Okay, I will deliver the goods. और इसने क्या दिया? गारंटी दे दी. So this is sufficient consideration for C's promise. Okay?
अगर सर सी भी पेमेंट नहीं कर पाए तो सर,
अगर B पेमेंट नहीं कर पाया तो बेटा C को करना ही पड़ेगा, क्योंकि उसने गारंटी
नहीं सर, मैं सी का बोल रहा सर, जो गारंटी वाला बंदा है, अगर वो कभी पेमेंट नहीं कर पाता कुछ कोई प्रिकॉशन से, तो
बेटा
सर
सबसे पहली बात, तुम्हारा क्वेश्चन बिल्कुल वैलिड है. यू आर आस्किंग कि भाई अगर ये पेमेंट नहीं कर पाता है तो क्या होगा, यही पूछ रहे हो ना. तो एक्चुअली है क्या कि अगर आप ये चीज देखोगे ना, तो इसमें एक चीज ये आएगी कि भाई प्रिंसिपल डेटर को सबसे पहली लायबिलिटी प्रिंसिपल डेटर की होती है पे करने की. ठीक है, अगर प्रिंसिपल डेटर पेमेंट नहीं कर पाता है तो लायबिलिटी बनती है श्योरिटी की. अब तुम कह रहे हो कि अगर श्योरिटी भी पेमेंट नहीं कर पाता है तो क्या होगा. तो श्योरिटी पेमेंट नहीं कर पाता है तो या तो उसको इंसॉल्वेंट डिक्लेयर करेंगे, या तो उसकी स्टेट, सबसे पहले तो उसकी स्टेट से वसूल करेंगे, उसकी प्रॉपर्टी बेचेंगे, उससे पेमेंट आएगा. और उससे पेमेंट नहीं आता है तो फिर देन ही विल बी डिक्लेयर्ड एज इंसॉल्वेंट और उसका बैड डेट्स हो जाएगा, जिसने पैसे दिए थे जिस बंदे ने. गेटिंग?
सर मतलब सर डेटा पे मतलब कुछ वो नहीं आएगा, कुछ केस का सीन नहीं आएगा, सी पे ही आएगा.
नहीं बेटा, आ रहा है ना डेटर पे. पहले तो डेटर से रियलाइज होगा. डेटर अगर रिफ्यूज कर देता है तो उसकी प्रॉपर्टी बेचेंगे पहले. अगर उसके पास प्रॉपर्टी नहीं है, कुछ है ही नहीं, तो फिर सी को पकड़ेंगे, बे तू दे रहा है कि नहीं. सी भी मना कर देता है, फिर उसकी प्रॉपर्टी बेचेंगे. फिर भी अगर पैसा नहीं मिलता है तब तो फिर कुछ नहीं कर सकते यार, फिर तो हाथ मलते रह जाओ, फिर क्या होगा.
ओके सर, ओके सर.
गेटिंग?
हाँ सर, यस सर.
हाँ, ऐसा नहीं है वो भाई गारंटी देने के बाद में ए रिलीव नहीं हो जाता. ए तो प्रिंसिपल डेटर है, वो प्रिंसिपल डेटर ही रहेगा, पहले पेमेंट उसने ही करना है. ठीक है. But I am very happy that you are participating. That's good. So A sells and delivered goods to B. अब देखो अब क्या हुआ. अब देखो पहले क्या था, पहले ही उसने गारंटी दे दी ना. उसने पहले वाले केस में जो है वो C ने पहले गारंटी दे दी कि भैया तू इसको माल दे दे, और in case if he will not pay, I will pay you. Now in this second case, A sells and delivers goods to B. उसने कर दिया without asking C. Now C afterwards, अब हुआ क्या, the B was not able to pay the amount and A is going to file a suit against B for recovery of the amount. Now C comes in picture and tells A that you please give him a time of 1 more year, and if he will not pay, I will pay. Okay. So here also अब उसने क्या किया, गुड्स तो पहले डिलीवर हो गए, लेन देन हो गया. अब यहाँ पर जो A ने प्रॉमिस किया है ना C को, क्या है, ओके आई विल नॉट फाइल अ सूट, और उसके बदले में सी ने उसको गारंटी दी, इफ यू विल नॉट फाइल अ सूट ओविंग मी, देन आई विल गिव अ गारंटी दैट इफ ही विल नॉट पे, आई विल पे. सो दिस इज आल्सो अ इक्वल कंसीडरेशन. ठीक है. एनी प्रॉब्लम हियर?
No, sir.
फाइन, गुड.
No, sir.
नाउ दिस इज योर असाइनमेंट. यू हैव टू जस्ट राइट अ डिफरेंस बिटवीन इंडेमिनिटी एंड गारंटी. ये आपको लिखना है. लिख के वही अपना सिस्टम जो आपको उसमें डालना है अपने ईमेल के ऊपर. ठीक है जी.
सर वो पोस्ट कर देना सर.
Though I have some points, I have written over here some points, but I like you to do it. Okay, make some about 6-7 points out of it. I have written only 5. Okay, so these 5 actually covers all the points. हाँ,
तो मैं बताऊं थोड़ा पॉइंट.
हाँ बोलो ना बेटा.
जैसे गारंटी में 3 पार्टीज होती है.
वेरी गुड, वेरी गुड.
गारंटी में 2 पार्टीज होती है.
बिल्कुल ठीक है.
और सर जो गारंटी वाला होता है उसमें कंटिजेंसी होती है, अगर 1% पे नहीं कर पाता तो
हाँ,
उस पे कंटिजेंसी होती है कि अगर जो इंडेमनिटी है उस पे कंटिजेंसी होती है और इवेंट.
बिल्कुल ठीक,
फायर वगैरह हो गई या फिर जैसे आपने बताया था उसमें.
बिल्कुल सही है.
इंडेमनिटी में कोई पर्सन ये नहीं होता कि अगर इंश्योरेंस कंपनी वगैरह वो पे नहीं कर पाई तो उसके बिहार से कोई और पर्सन पे नहीं करेगा.
बिल्कुल.
और सर उसका जो सेक्शन है एंड देन गारंटी वाले का सेक्शन होता है 133 के आसपास है शायद।
बिल्कुल ठीक है,
और
वेरी
इसका
गुड,
127 या 127।
वेरी गुड चिरायु, वेरी गुड। तो हाँ लगन, यू वांट टू से समथिंग बेटा?
No, sir, Chirayu covered up all the things, I guess.
Okay, that's good, that's good, great.
Sir,
So you may have,
indemnity with
if
the
you will analyze it deeply na, you can, yeah, Pranav, you want to say something beta?
सर इंडेमनिटी विद कंटिजेंसी हो सकती है सर।
इंडेमनिटी तो होती है ना, कंटिजेंसी तो दोनों ही कंटिजेंट कॉन्ट्रैक्ट है, लेकिन जो चिरायु बोल रहा है ना, वो ये बोल रहा है कि इसमें इंडेमनिटी में तो सिंगल लेयर होती है, उसमें डबल लेयर सिक्योरिटी होती है भी, अगर एक ने नहीं दिया तो दूसरा पेमेंट करने को है, लेकिन इंडेमनिटी में अगर जैसे नुकसान हुआ तो फट से उसको देना पड़ेगा जिसने प्रॉमिस किया है। वो ये कहना चाह रहा था। चिरायु, एम आई करेक्ट?
Sir, I would like to add, sir.
Why not, please, come on.
सर इंडेमनिटी में सर प्रॉमिस होता है, और सर गारंटी के अंदर सर कंसिडरेशन भी इन्वॉल्व होता है।
ओके, कंसिडरेशन तो बेटा वहां पे भी होता है, प्रॉमिस के बदले में अगर प्रॉमिस करता है दैट इज इक्वल,
इंडेमनिटी में भी है वो तो,
दोनों जगह
प्रिंसिपल प्रीमियम वगैरह दोनों में है।
बिल्कुल। चलो, अब आई हैव गिवन यू अ फूड ऑफ थॉट, सो यू कैन कंटिन्यू। ओके, आप इसमें अपना वो लिख के बताइए मुझे, तब मजा आएगा। ओके, सो नेक्स्ट इज बेलमेंट। सो व्हाट इज मीनिंग ऑफ बेलमेंट? बेलमेंट क्या होता है? बेलमेंट इज अ, वैसे आप बताओ मैं आपको, आप रोज बेलमेंट करते हो, आपकी क्लास में बड़ा बेलमेंट चल रहा है।
The bailment is kind of when a person gives his goods to another party for alternating that or using the goods.
Okay,
For
and
time period.
then return it back to him.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So
So
इसमें
वही
दो
आप करते
parties
हो ना, आप
होती
लोग
है,
बेलमेंट
bailor
करते हो
and
ना,
bailey।
अपने असाइनमेंट्स का बेलमेंट करते तो हो आप। भाई एक बंदे ने इसने असाइनमेंट कर लिया, वो अपनी पूरी दोस्ती निभाता है, दूसरे को दे देता है, और फिर वो अपना असाइनमेंट कर लेता है और साथ में वापस आपका असाइनमेंट आपको दे देता है, तो ये बेलमेंट हो गया। इससे बढ़िया एग्जांपल क्या होगा बेलमेंट का? नहीं,
बिल्कुल
और
सर,
आपकी
इससे
क्लास में
अच्छा
तो
तो हो ही नहीं
बेलमेंट
सकता
चल
सर।
रहा है, मैंने सुना है खूब बेलमेंट हो रहा है दबा के। तो ना करो तो अच्छा है वैसे, लेकिन आप, मैं ये नहीं कहता ना करो, करो आराम से करो, लेकिन जिसको आप बेलमेंट कर रहे हो ना उसको वो भैया अपनी चीज खुद बना ले यार, मेरी कॉपी मत कर। ओके, इतना सा जरूर करो मेरी तरफ से। चलो, अब बेलमेंट इज अ ट्रांजैक्शन वेयर बाय वन पर्सन डिलीवर्स गुड्स टू अनदर पर्सन फॉर सम पर्पस अपॉन द कॉन्ट्रैक्ट दैट दे आर when the purpose is accomplished to be returned, otherwise disposed of according to the direction of the person delivering them. So one person has given his assignment to other person कि भैया ये तू भी कर लेना, और तेरा हो जाए तो या तो मुझे वापस दे देना, यार सर को दे देना। Okay, so to be disposed of according to the direction of the person who is delivering it. Okay, so it is like that. Okay, so further, a person who delivers is called bailer, and a person who gets the delivery is called bailee. Okay, so bailment is a voluntary delivery of goods for a temporary purpose. It is not for a permanent purpose, it is for a temporary purpose, on the understanding that they are to be returned in specie in the same or in the altered form, whatever is the desire of the bailer. Okay, the ownership of the good remains with the bailer, the bailee getting only the possession. So what is the legal status? The legal status is that the ownership remains with the bailer and the possession is with the bailee till the bailer has taken the goods back. Okay, so delivery of goods may be actual or constructive. Where the key of godown is handed over to other person, it amounts to delivery of goods in the godown. So for example, if you want to give a pen to someone else, or you have given some assignment to someone else, how will you give the assignments? Now these days what you are doing, you are just scanning it and or WhatsApping it, or you are mailing it or whatever. Otherwise what used to happen, you used to deliver your copy to other person for whatever he wants to do, and then he gives it back to you. Or otherwise, if I tell you that you have to deliver a car to someone else, you have to deliver a car. How will you deliver it? What you will do, you will just eat some some mithai or laddu like Chota Bheem and throw the car on him, and he will be get buried under the car. Is it the way? Is it the way?
No, sir.
No, sir.
It cannot be like that. So what can you do? What will you do? It will be a constructive delivery. What will you do? What will you do is you will just hand over the keys of the car to that person, which is a constructive delivery itself. So that person, I think, will be having so much of mind that he will not wear the keys in his neck. Okay, so it is not for the purpose but for which it has been given. It is a constructive delivery which shows that you have delivered the car or the goods in the godown with the keys of that godown, that the person is not at all keeping the godown, he will only be taking the goods as such. Okay, so constructive delivery and actual delivery. Fine. So anyways, so next is your gratuitous bailment. Now this whatsoever you have been doing for your assignments is all a gratuitous bailment. So gratuitous bailment is one which neither the bailer nor the bailee is entitled to any remuneration. Okay, such a bailment may be for an exclusive benefit of the bailer. So here the benefit is of the bailee. Now let us just see, when A leaves his dog with the neighbor to be looked after in A's absence on a holiday. So who is the bailer? Bailer is A. A's dog it is. So A is leaving his dog to the neighbor. Neighbor becomes the bailee who will take care of it, and in the evening A will again take his dog back. So here the benefit is of bailer, but in your case it can be exclusive benefit of bailee also, where you have lent your book to some friend for a week and you have not charged anything, neither he has given you anything, neither you have asked for it, and that person has read that book, he has enjoyed it, so bailee has enjoyed it. Or you can say you have given your assignment to someone, you are the bailer, he is the bailee, so bailee has returned the assignment and given it back to his friend. So it can be mutual, it can be benefit of anyone, but the main important thing is that in gratuitous bailment it is free. Gratuitous actually has derived out of the word gratuity. Gratuity means something which is free of cost, or you can say some grace, some out of grace you are doing it. Gratuitous. Okay, so it's like that. So gratuitous bailment actually terminates if by the death of bailer or bailee. So under section 159, the lender of the things for use may at any time requires its return. If the loan was a gratuitous, even though he lent it for a specified period of time, then again it has to be returned back. But in case of loan, there is something different. But if on the faith of such loan, suppose for example A has given a loan of rupees 50,000 to B, okay, and gratuitous bailment means after 1 year B has told that okay, after 1 year I will give it back to you, no interest, no nothing. Okay, so it is a gratuitous bailment of money by one person to other. So now what the borrower has done, borrower has actually given the advance of rupees 50,000 plus his own 1 lakh rupees to someone from whom he wants to purchase a house. Okay, so and after 6 months the lender came to the borrower that I have given you that money for gratuitous, as a gratuitous bailment, now I want it back. So the lender who has actually advanced that money to someone else for against the advance to take a house, so uska paisa to phas gaya udhar, so he cannot actually get the money from him and he cannot just deliver it back to him. But if he insists, then he can tell that I will be at loss if I will give it to you now, and who will bear the loss? Then the borrower has to bear the loss. The lender has to bear the loss what borrower will be having. So this is something which is a bit different in case if you have lended money out of the gratuitous bailment. Okay, so this is something very, very important. Bailment for a reward. So sometimes you do a bailment and that is for a reward. That is the mutual benefit of both bailer and bailee. Okay. Suppose, let me just give you an example, a simple example. Whenever we go for a movie, we just deposit our car or our bike to the parking wala. The parking wala actually charge 30 rupees or 50 rupees or 100 rupees, whatever, and keeps our car or a bike in a safe custody for 3 hours, and we actually get down and then we pay 30 rupees or 50 rupees or 100 rupees and take our things back. Okay, so there is a mutual benefit. Mutual benefit is that your car was safe for a certain period of time and he also got some money. Okay, so for next is example of A lets out a motor car for hire to B. B is a bailer and receives the hire charges, and B is A is the bailer and receives the hire charges, and B is the bailee and gets the use of the car. So where A hands over his goods to B. Now another example, A has handed over his goods to B, a carrier for the carriage at a price. A is a bailer who enjoys the benefit of the carriage, and B is the bailee who receives the remuneration for carrying the goods. Okay, So it is very, very simple. So let me just give you one more example. You have given your pant or a shirt to the tailor to get it sewed. Now you are a baler and tailor is a bailee. So what tailor will do? Tailor will sew a cloth for you out of that particular, because you have told him to alter it. So he will alter it. He will actually do the things and will again give you your cloth with a prepared shirt or pant, whatever you have told, and he will ask for you money and you will pay the money. Okay, so this is a bailment for reward. Next is your pledge. If you have heard, आपने सुना है कभी ये वर्ड सुना होगा, गिरवी रखना, रहन रखना. ओके, पुरानी फिल्मों में देखा होगा, वो माँ के गहने एंड बीवी के गहने गिरवी रख के कुछ पैसा लाता है, फिर बेटी की शादी करते हैं, समथिंग लाइक दैट. हैव यू हर्ड अबाउट दिस एंड हैव यू सीन इट? हैव यू ऑब्जर्व्ड इट?
Yes.
So that is
Yes, sir.
Yes. Mortgage हो गया.
So that is called pledge or a pawn. So pledge or a pawn is a contract whereby article is deposited. Now just consider this word, deposited, with the lender of the money or promises as the security of the repayment of the loan or performance of a promise. So the bailer or a depositor is called a pawnee or a pledge, pawner or a pledger, and the bailee or a depositee is called pawnee or a pledgee. Actually, pledge is also just like a modified form of the bailment. That's why I told you that I will just tell you what the bailment is first. So since pledge is a branch of bailment, the pawnee is bound to take reasonable care of the goods pledged with him. Any kind of goods, valuable documents, securities may be pledged. The government securities, etc., promissory notes, these all things also can be pledged with an endorsement and delivery. Okay, so a pledge must comprise of these following four things. Okay, the property must be pledged to be delivered to the pawnee. So whatever the property you are keeping, it has to be physically delivered. Second, there should be a contract that after I will give you your money, I will take it back. Okay, so should be returned, should be for the purpose of the security, because this property is for the securing the loan. If I'm taking some loan from you, some money from you, so this is a property which you can keep. If I will not repay it, then you can sell it off. But if it is so, because that's the security. Okay, and fourth point is it should be returned back upon a condition. Okay, upon a condition to return that after I will pay your money back, you will return it to me. So these four things must be there in order to call pledge a pledge. So tomorrow I will tell you more about pledge, and we will finish off the pledge and we will start the agency tomorrow. And probably we'll be able to finish off with the agency also in the tomorrow's class. So in the next week we will do complete revision. So I hope by the time you all are there, and those who have joined new, because I have changed my plan, because there was so much of shifting of your sections and all that happened from last 1 month. I am seeing all this is happening. Maybe I think 3 weeks or so. So these all is actually has created a mess. So I am not at all confident to those people who have actually joined me now that they are actually acquainted with what I have delivered to others. So I want all of you to be at par, to at the same platform, because from now and onwards we will be starting certain things, or you can say from now and onwards we will be doing or you can say we will be going with certain a new type of contracts. And these contracts, this contract act is a basis of that. Now the further chapters which we will be studying will be Sale of Goods Act, Partnership Act. So the contract act actually makes the basis of it. So I want every one of you, all of you, to be at par, to be at the same platform, so that whatever I disseminate you, whatever I teach you, you must be able to understand equally. So next week we will be going for revision. So whatsoever we have studied till now, I will explain you to some extent certain things again. You are also having all the opportunity to, just learn it again, and you can ask me any questions if you want. If you want to clear your doubts, you can ask me any question, and then we will keep quizzes also for certain for the things which we will be doing, and we will finish off with the Contract Act, because this is a base, and then we will start the Sales of Goods Act. And let me tell you that also we have sufficient time, we have sufficient classes for that too. Okay, so it is by the time we have come to the end of the class. So anyone, any question if you want to ask, you can please raise your hands. Or should I just
mortgage और pledge एक ही बात होती है ना?
नहीं बेटा, यार किसने पूछा ये?
सर मैं प्रणव।
लगन, हाँ लगन, मॉर्गेज और प्लेज इज एक्चुअली फॉर द मूवेबल प्रॉपर्टीज, मॉर्गेज इज फॉर इमूवेबल प्रॉपर्टीज, यही एक छोटा सा डिफरेंस होता है, ज्यादा नहीं होता। मॉर्गेज और प्लेज में ये डिफरेंस है। ओके, सो व्हेन वी से मॉर्गेज, देन इट इज ऑफ अ immovable property like land, your house and all that. Where pledge, when we are रहन रखना बोलते हैं ना, रहन और गिरवी। ओके, सो गिरवी जो रखते हैं ना, दैट इज एक्चुअली फॉर द प्रॉपर्टी, एंड जब हम रहन की बात करते हैं, देन इट इज अ मूवेबल। इवन इफ यू विल टॉक ऑफ अ मोटर कार, देन इट विल बी अ रहन, मींस यू कैन से इट्स अ प्लेज। ओके, Surbi, yeah, you want to ask something? Please come on.
Sir, I did not understand pledge completely.
Pledge, don't worry, I will take it tomorrow. Pledge is actually something, suppose for example you want some money, okay, and you do not have any other source of getting the money, so you went to a sahukar, you know, a person who
sir.
lends the money. Okay,
Who
so
lends money?
what you do is that you might be having some ornaments with you, some gold and your silver ornaments. You keep those ornaments with the sahukar and get the money, telling that I will return you this money in 1 year and I will take back my ornaments from you. So this is called a pledge. It's a contract of pledge. Okay, and in case you are not able to pay him back, so he is having all the rights either to use your this ornaments or sell it off in order to get his money.
Okay.
Very simple, very very simple. फिल्मों में देखा होगा ना, माँ के गहने हैं, मेरी बीवी के गहने, चूड़ियां एंड ऑल दैट पीपल गिव। पुरानी फिल्मों में चलता था, आजकल ये सब नहीं चलता है। So in order to put, some emotions out of it, they used to do this all drama in the movies. I am fond of movies and you should also watch. You will learn a lot out of it. Okay. I hope you enjoy the class.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Anything else you want to ask me? Come on.
Sir, I just want to request that just post that assignment on the team so that we can have.
Yes, why not? I will do it now itself. So what we have to do is, should I do it here? Distinguish between what I gave you, bailment and pledge.
Sir, indemnity.
Sorry, okay. Oh, you do bailment and pledge also now. Just a minute. Distinguish between guarantee and distinguish bailment and pledge also. Okay. BAIL on the bailment and pledge. Fine. Okay, so this is your assignment. You can do it. Fine. So should I take the attendance and sign off? You might also be waiting for, because I think this is last class for the day. You have some more classes today.
Sir, two more classes to go.
We still have 2 classes pending.
Yeah, यार अपना टाइम टेबल ठीक करवाओ भाई।
सर वेडनेसडे को सर 6 होती है सर, अब क्या कर सकते हैं?
God. चलो, fine. So let me take the attendance. Okay. So Aditya.
Yes, sir.
Just a moment. Yeah, just a moment. Yeah. Aditya Chopra, Akash Jain, Abhay Singh, Shekhawat, Akash, Akash Jindal, Arvind.
Yes, sir.
Vishnoi, Ashutosh Sharma, Ayush Verma, Azan.
Present, sir.
Chirayu, Diptanshu, Dipendra. Yeah. Dhananjay Singh.
भाई मेन गेट इस पे लगाना है बड़ा।
हाँ, कनिष्क बिलोची, मेन गेट बाद में लगाना। धनंजय सिंह, दीप्ति राकेश, दिव्यांशी, फजल अहमद।
Yes, sir.
गगनजीत सिंह, गौरव शर्मा, हार्दिक, हर्ष टेमानी, जयपाल सिंह, Kanishk, Kashish Sharma,
Yes, sir.
Shiv Wadhwa, Lagan,
Present,
Lakshya
sir.
Sharma, Lucky Chaudhary, Manish Khileri, Mihir Agarwal, Naman Jain,
Present, sir.
Neha Kutlani, Arija Gupta, Parth Gautam, Pranav Sharma, Priyam Soni, Raghav Malpani,
Yes, sir.
Rajiv Singh Anand, Rishabh
PM
Goyal,
present, sir.
Rishi Kanungo, Ritik Yadav, Ritvik Sethi,
Yes, sir.
Sachin Yadav, Sagar
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Shilpi, Sahil Khandelwal, Sangya Gupta, Shashank Khosla,
Yes, sir.
Shubham, Shriyansh Jain, Shubhang, Srajal Cooper, Survi Singhal, Tanish Agarwal, Tarun Singh, Ujjwal Gupta,
Yes,
Vaishnavi
sir.
Mishra, Vikramaditya Singh,
Shivam
Vishal
present, sir.
Chaudhary, Yashasvi Purohit, Yashpal Singh.
Present, sir.
Shivam present, sir.
Yeah. So thank you, my dear, and wish you all the best and rest of the day. So have a nice day. Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, Jaipal present.
Present, Jaipal. Okay.
Ji, sir.